Okay, good morning, GRAR members. This feels very strange. Welcome to our 61st annual installation and awards event. Well, we made it, if you can call this making it, but we did. I'm not going to recite any of those overused comments we've all heard about the year 2020, but that's not intended to minimize any of the challenges or trials that many of you faced this past year. Instead, we're here today to celebrate how far we were able to come despite the roadblocks and to recognize many of you who aimed high and accomplished some really great things. In every industry, there are trends and there are disruptors. By definition, a trend is a general direction in which something is developing or changing, but it often takes years for it to come to fruition and for everyone to embrace it. Unlike trends, disruptors are a sudden, dramatic change, either as a result of innovation or something unexpected that is out of our control. Disruptors can either make or break an industry. Clearly, what we experienced this past year was a disruptor. So what's my point? My point is that I can't be more proud of all of you and how you adapted to this disruption. Regardless of which end of the spectrum you're on, whether you agree or whether you disagree or are somewhere in the middle with how it's been handled and the required protocols, the bottom line is that it was our reality. You stepped up and you adapted in ways that none of us could have imagined a year ago. Who knew that you would be coaching sellers and how to use their phone to do a walkthrough of their own home to help you with a showing or a virtual open house? Who knew that buyers would actually make an offer on a home without ever having stepped foot in it? Who knew that PPE would be the most commonly used acronym in our business this year? Realtors were among the first non-retail industries that operate primarily indoors to have reopened for business. You set the example by demonstrating how we could do business safely. Your ability to adapt caused us to end the year that will be among one of our best ever, despite having been shut down. You should all be proud of what you accomplished, and I applaud all of you. It would have been very easy to cancel this event, but we felt it was more important than ever to set time aside to recognize so many well-deserving members. We'll obviously miss the personal interaction and networking that comes usually with this event, but there was clearly a desire to still come together, even if it meant virtually, as evidenced by the fact that there are nearly 500 of you gathered online here this morning. As you saw from the video presentation during the virtual registration period, many of you are being honored today, and I extend heartfelt congratulations on your achievements on behalf of your 2020 Board of Directors. Although we wish we could call each and every one of you out by name that has earned an award, achieved a designation, are an RPAC Hall of Famer or major investor, or reached a milestone in the number of years in the industry, we simply don't have the time or ability, I'm afraid, to do that. So we hope you will take the time to view a special online electronic publication that you will all receive a link to at the conclusion of today's event. Having said that, she's going to hate me for this, but I do want to say a special thanks to Brittany Smith on GRAR staff, who has got weeks of preparation and organization and tie it all together to make this all happen. We also want to offer a special thank you to Jacob Haar of Haar Creative, who was our videographer, I should say, for many of the things that you're going to see throughout this presentation. Some of what you see will be live here at the GRAR Auditorium, and some will be pre-recorded just by virtue of it being necessary at the time. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that we have not yet reached either our RPAC dollar participation goal or our participation amount. So our dollar or participation, this would be the first time, I have to say, in nearly 2 decades that we've been short of goals. So we're asking for those of you who have not yet contributed to watch for a special $20 in 2020 campaign that will be running in the next week, where we hope to add another 200 members to the 950 that have already contributed that will help us reach both goals. It's also that time of year when our thoughts easily turn to helping others in need. Many of you participated in GRAR Giving Week a couple of weeks ago. I can't believe the overwhelming support that received. It was picked up and used by other associations, and that, of course, is the best compliment to have others copy what you're doing. And we thank you for not only giving during that week, but the contributions and services that you give to charities throughout the year. Many of you have also supported GRAR's two funding efforts. The first is the Realtors Community Crisis Fund. We actually had 2 members that chose that during GRAR Giving Week that made significant contributions, one at $1,000 and one at $2,500. So we were surprised by that and certainly appreciative for that. The other thing that we have going yet is our Schoolhouse Fund, which was the brainchild of affiliate member Adam Fuller, that assists schools with needs that fall outside of their budgets to better the lives of students, from clothing to school supplies to unpaid lunch accounts and more. So thank you again for your generosity to all of these. Speaking of adapting, when we were preparing for this event, we obviously had to prepare to do things differently. We are so dependent on technology for this event, and we hope you will indulge us if everything doesn't go quite as planned. And for those of you who have done any amount of public speaking, you know that one of the most rewarding elements of public speaking is the satisfaction that you get from positive interaction with the audience, whether it's clapping or the laughter when you say something you hope the audience will find humorous, or the raising of a hand to ask you a question and interact in that way. That's obviously missing in this virtual setting. So to adapt, I hired a handy-dandy helper for this morning to help give our speakers who are here. We do have a handful of people in person here to help our speakers who are here get that sense of interaction as if it were a live audience. And it will give them then that confidence to keep going. So to fill that awkward silence when I invite someone up to the podium today, you might hear this. No, there's not a crowd of people here clapping, but you might hear that. Or when we say something we hope that you will find humorous, and we have this awkward silence of no laughing, where you were supposed to have laughed, you might hear this. Okay. The only time you should really be alarmed is if you hear this particular sound. That probably means we're experiencing some kind of technical problem from which we may or may not recover. So wish us the best. This event would not be the same without the recognition of our veterans in attendance and reciting the Pledge of Allegiance together. So at this time, I would like to invite veteran and 2005 GRAR past president Dave DeBrine to the podium to lead us in the pledge.
Good morning. It's an honor again to be able to stand and recognize the veterans and do the pledge. I find it a real honor that the leaders ask me to do this every year, and it just gives me a lot of pride in my heart to do it. With that being said, because we don't have a full audience, I usually give recognition to those that are in the Fred Meyers, that those that are serving and the parents and the cousins and the family members that are recognized also during this event for their support for the people serving the country. So I'd like to just make sure we make note that those people are in our hearts, and we congratulate you for your support to our veterans. So I'll start. We have a video presentation of those members that are now currently registered for this event. We're recognizing them individually on a slide presentation, and we're going to start, as always, with the Army. So let's recognize those members in attendance today that are represented from the Army. At this point, we'll go to the Navy. Thank you very much for those serving in the Navy. The next up is the Air Force. And last but not least, because it's just what I do best, is the Marines. So thank you. And our hearts go out to everybody that has served and that is currently serving. At this time, I'd like everybody to be careful when you stand up online, but we'd like to stand up and do the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which we stand, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Among my favorite things at this event is the opportunity each year to say thank you and recognize that person that has led our association for the past year. Hopefully by this time you've all had a chance to get to know this year's president, Mike Childress. So many times I have stood up here or at Frederick Meyer Gardens and said that we've been blessed with presidents that have served at the perfect time, just the right person at the right time. And this year is yet another example of how that played out yet again. Mike has been a solid rock of positivity just when we needed it. He's been our greatest cheerleader. I'm not sure he wants to have that reputation of being a cheerleader, but he's been our greatest cheerleader. What I love the most about this man is that he really cares. He truly wants each and every one of you to be successful. Although I'm sure he didn't necessarily talk with every one of you that are at this event today, I know that he personally called hundreds of members this year just to check in on them, see how they're doing, if they were okay, if there was anything they needed from GRAR. The board is typically scheduled to meet once a month. That is our normal schedule. Your directors this year, under Mike's leadership, held 3 official meetings in March and 5 official meetings in April. When I say official, that means where minutes were kept. We officially met. They officially made decisions. That doesn't mean there weren't all kinds of conversations and emails and group text messages in between all of that. But they made decisions on a myriad of issues, from authorizing legal opinions to assist with interpreting the governor's orders to purchasing bulk PPE for members until suppliers could catch up with demand. In addition to his presidential duties this past year, Mike also took time each month to offer a brief welcome to new Realtor applicants at orientation. He enjoys mentoring and encouraging others to get involved in GRAR and in their communities. He is constantly learning. This guy never runs out of questions to ask, so you'll never be bored in a conversation with President Mike. Mike, I know I speak for all the directors when I say that we count the time we shared on the board with you as a privilege. You are one talented, enthusiastic, and upbeat guy, and I count your friendship as one of the many blessings I've received as a result of your service. We are going to present Mike today with a beautiful plaque that I'm going to leave here for you, but everyone can see, with a beautiful plaque and a note that, again, we count it a privilege to have had you in this past year. So join me in thanking President Mike Childress.
Thank you, Julie. It's been my pleasure. I think you said some nice things, but at the end of the day, I think I got more out of it than everyone else. It's just been a pleasure. A year ago, I was standing at a different podium, and I was challenging everyone to be a little bit better. If you could do a little bit better, learn. Just what could you do every single day or every single month just to be a little bit better? And I thought most of that was about education, learning about different things about, real estate and how to get better at listing and selling houses and doing whatever we do. But it ended up being a lot more than that. And you say, what did we learn? We learned a lot about patience this past year. We learned about perseverance. We learned how to use Zoom. We learned how to wash our hands. Some of us needed that. We learned how to spend time with our families. We learned how to be a calming person when we needed to be. We learned about giving people some grace. We learned about how to deal with people that are under mega stress that they've never been over before or ourselves. We learned how to handle online schooling. This past year, I was able to get to know a lot of agents and brokers, and I was able to get to know my family better. My cooking skills, let me tell you, are fantastic compared to last year. They're just on point. And thank you for putting your faith in me. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I've had life-changing lessons for myself. And it's been truly a great pleasure to serve as your president for 2020. So thank you very much. In recognition of outgoing committee members and task force chairs, at this time, I would like to recognize our 2020 committee chairpersons in their service to GRAR this past year. They have earned our respect, our appreciation, and our gratitude for a job well done. Candidate Review and Development Committee, Jody Smith. Vice Chapter Advisory Group, Mark Hewitt. Education and Professionalism Task Force, Michael Courtwright. Finance Committee, Carrie Voss. Governmental Affairs Committee, Paul Bunce. GRAR West Chapter Advisory Group, Tom Slominski. Grievance Committee, Sam Sturk. Groundwater Contamination Task Force, Tim Anders. Hackathon Task Force, Rachel Major. Legal Action Committee, Terry Westbrook. MLS Committee or Policy Committee, David Schad. Professional Standards Committee, Timothy Caterberg. Property Crisis Fund Task Force, Kate Bilesma. Safety Task Force, Bev Boverman. Young Professionals Network, YPN Advisory Group, Kendra Havemeyer. Please join me in thanking the 2020 Committee Task Force Chairpersons. And one a little more recognition for some fantastic people that I have learned to admire, love, and respect is our outgoing directors. We have presentations of plaques that we won't be handing you at this moment, but I would like to recognize our outgoing GRAR directors, Greg Carlson, Chris Keekstra, Brooke Kriebel, and Carrie Voss. We are grateful for the time and sacrifices you've made as you participated in moving our association forward.
Thank you, Mike. Okay, it is now time for us to witness the installation of your 2021 officers and directors, minus the president, who will be taking the oath of office live here today. So please join me in witnessing the official installation of your board of directors.
It is now my distinct pleasure and privilege to install the Board of Directors of the Greater Regional Alliance of Realtors for the year 2021. The following will be installed: Ed Hansen, President-elect; Duffy McClellan, Secretary; Mike Vanderwoody, Treasurer; and the Directors: Mike Balsitis, Paul Bunce, Ashley Dietz, Jim Face, Teresa Hoffman, Bryant Mitchell, Henry Steffes, and Walter Kirschbacher. These men and women are dedicating a year of their lives to work on your behalf and for the betterment of the chosen profession. The respect that is afforded the realtor community by citizens of this state was earned by those that came before you. The responsibility, therefore, now falls to you to ensure those who follow in your footsteps are afforded that same respect. In carrying out your duties as directors, you must at all times remember who you are and what you represent. The success or failure of officers and directors carrying out these responsibilities and commitment depends not only on their own efforts, but also on the full support of the members of this association. Leadership is not a reward, it's a responsibility. These leaders are giving of their time and talent to serve the members whom entrust them with this responsibility. Directors, will you please raise your hand? Do you solemnly swear that you will administer the office of director to the best of your ability and judgment in conformity with the Constitution and bylaws of your association? That you will observe and enforce the Realtor Code of Ethics? That you will uphold and support Michigan's real estate license law? That you will uphold and support your state and national associations? That you will in all your acts be governed by the principles of honesty, justice, and fair play, and in every manner possible endeavor to promote and safeguard the best interests of our state, the high purposes of your association, and the welfare of its membership. Ed Hansen, do you so swear?
I do.
Duffy McClellan, do you so swear?
I do.
Mike Vanderwoody, do you so swear?
I do.
Mike Balsitis, do you still so swear?
I do.
Paul Bunce, do you so swear? I do. Ashley Deach, do you so swear?
I do.
Jim Face, do you so swear?
I do.
Teresa Hoffman, do you so swear?
I do.
Bryant Mitchell, do you so swear?
I do.
Henry Steffes, do you so swear?
I do.
And Walter Perschbacher, do you so swear?
I do.
You may lower your hands. For our members, I present you your officers and directors for 2021. Thank you for your service in advance.
The next part of the program will be the installation of your 2021 president, Jody Smith. Performing that ceremony today is our 2014 GRAR president, Carla Hutzing.
So it is my distinct pleasure and privilege to install your president for 2021. And I couldn't be more excited, Jody, for your leadership this year. It'll be fantastic. Jody, will you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that you will administer the office of president to the best of your ability and judgment in conformity with the Constitution and bylaws of your association, that you will observe and enforce the Realtor Code of Ethics, that you will uphold and support Michigan's real estate license law, that you will uphold and support your state and national associations, that you will, in all of your acts, be governed by the principles of honesty, justice, and fair play, and in every manner possible endeavor to promote and safeguard the best interests of our state, the high purposes of your association, and the welfare of its membership. Do you so swear?
I do.
Awesome. I was afraid you might say no. I wasn't sure there for a minute. You may lower your hand.
Thank you.
And GRAR members, may I now present to you your 21 GRAR president, Jody Smith.
Good morning, everyone. Boy, do I really miss seeing all of you. This is one of my favorite times of year, and I think it is for many of us. I do want to start off with a few thank yous. I want to thank especially GRAR, and I want to thank for everybody for you guys putting this together virtually and not canceling it. So thank you. We are very lucky to have such a cohesive and dedicated team at GRAR. I also want to thank Carla. Carla, you were the one that encouraged me to join the board of directors. You are my friend, and you are my fellow Wonder Woman. And that's a little joke between us. Thank you, Mike Childress, for having me by your side, virtually most of the time, unfortunately. But we laughed a lot. We never cried in 2020. Not yet. You always made things better. You are a man of your word to be better. I want to thank you to the members that have encouraged and supported me to be here right now. And I look forward to meeting many of you that I don't know yet. Thank you to my business partner, Erin Fester. I've been on a team with her for 9 years, and she has been patient having me enjoy this journey on board of directors. So thank you, Erin. I do want to mention my family. This is my last thank yous, is I want to mention my family. If we were together today, they would be at a table in front of me. And for those of you that know me, if you met my family, you would get a little bit more of why I am who I am. I want to thank my husband, Kerry, who has taught me to be a little bit more patient, not one of my strong things. He taught me to be patient on the answer will present itself, and that's been a real helpful tool. I want to thank my daughter, Julia. My daughter's taught me many things, but I do appreciate that she's put the go back into Go Jody, joining me in my 24th year in the business. So thank you, Julia. I want to especially thank my mother, Lucinda. Lucinda, Mom, you have taught me to not take myself too seriously, and to grow, you need to be uncomfortable. So I'm uncomfortable a lot. So thank you, Mom. To my father, Doug, my dad always showed me and taught me to meet new people always. I guess he was okay with me talking to strangers. And he was always flirting with the waitresses. So anyways. Dad, you also taught me something in my first job in high school. You taught me that if you give your boss a problem, give them a solution. I have to tell you that's really helped me in real estate. I also have 2 sisters, I have 2 stepdaughters, and I am very lucky that I have a family that is very honest and also has a brutal sense of humor. So that is a little bit of why I am who I am. We are together today because we are all members of an association. We all share the same tools and benefits to have a common goal, to sell real estate. So I've been asking myself the last couple of months, what else do we have in common? We have different skill sets and we have different perspectives in real estate. But what else do we have in common? And I think I have an answer. We all have tenacity. We must have tenacity to be in this industry. We might have it at different degrees, but we have it. We are subject to rejections, disappointments, and surprises every day. We actually signed up for this. We continue to persevere through establishing new clients, keeping clients, and getting through the transactions to a closing table. You know, we're lucky to have this tool. You know, a lot of people in our lives don't have this tool. And in this season right now, this is something to remember. Our tenacity will help us move forward to get us through this season, because this season will pass. What other tools do we have? We have tools such as technology, forms, education, and MLS that GRAR provides us. GRAR and the board of directors continuously discuss what other valuable tools can we offer to keep us relevant and essential. We had more questions and more possible directions based on what 2020 brought to us and what 2021 is bringing to us. GRAR and the directors recognize the growing trend of working in more areas of Michigan. We will continue to build on the relationships outside of our association that will help us expand our resources so that we can work in more areas with consistency and help us be professional, relevant, and essential. We also recently added the Equal Opportunity and Diversity Task Force. This is an amazing group of members that have already gotten together a couple of times. They're working on understanding what areas that we need to bridge our gaps in our community to make our community stronger. They are already meeting with other organizations that also believe in the same thing that GRAR does: people, community, and housing. You see, there's a theme here. This year has reminded us how important relationships are. They help us be better, they help us grow, and they help us succeed. But we have another tool in our toolbox that will help us achieve the same: the spirit of cooperation. The spirit of cooperation, that's actually our main purpose as an association, is that we cooperate with one another. We show each other's properties. We benefit for the same common goal: to sell real estate. The spirit of cooperation means sharing, being professional with integrity and respect in a timely manner. I have here a little band bracelet that says the spirit of cooperation, and I'm hoping for many of you to have this. Some of us already have a bracelet or a band like this to help us be aware of other things, to be better at, maybe to exercise more or to walk to the refrigerator less. This could be a badge of honor that you receive from another member that felt that you did something in a spirit of cooperation. I hope for us to be bold with our tenacity and our spirit of cooperation in our professional and personal lives. I can't express enough how much we need this today to stay relevant and essential. GRAR and the Board of Directors will continue to work on the tangible tools that help us all. I'm encouraging all of you to work on the unique tools that you have. It's the one thing we have control of. We can build on our tenacity and cooperation for one another and with our neighbors and with our community. We are very blessed to be in an industry that gives us this platform to make a difference every day. We are in an important season where we need each other more than ever, to lean on each other and to help each other be better. I am thankful for the relationships I have with many of you that makes me better. And I'm looking forward to building on the old and new friendships as president of GRAR for 2021. Thank you. Happy holidays, and God bless.
We now come to the awards and presentations of awards, part of our program. We're going to recognize some of our members on slides. Others of you are recognized, as I mentioned earlier, in the program, the online program that we're going to be sending to you shortly after the conclusion of this event today. And then we will also have some of the presentation of awards have been pre-recorded. It was difficult this year to do the who got the award. Several of you were nominated and we had such wonderful nominees. So we had to get a little creative and do things a little bit differently this year because the number of people who actually earned a Pinnacle Award this year exceeded the number we're permitted to have in this room at this time. So with that in mind, if you'll indulge us, we're going to start first by recognizing our life members. We do offer a special category of membership to those who have been members of the association for 20 years, are over the age of 60, and are no longer actively selling real estate. Life membership allows these pillars of the real estate community to continue to participate in events and keep up to date with association news. 8 members were granted life membership in 2020, and we offer them our congratulations. They are Leslie Amaya, Roy DeHamer, Carol Fairchild, Ron Fargo, Gerald Klusner, Jim Lindhout, Stephen Martin, and Art Maycroft. Congratulations to these members. Although the video presentation during the registration period recognized all continuous membership award recipients, we do want to take a moment to individually recognize those who have achieved 40 years or more of continuous membership. Certainly, these members have left an indelible print upon the scroll of our history, and they continue to do so yet today. We begin with those members that have held membership for a cumulative period of 40 years. Now, we mentioned earlier with life membership that was also a minimum of 40 years, but the difference between that and this participation, life membership was 20 years minimum. These 40-year recipients, however, I want to make sure you understand the difference between this and life membership is that these members continue to be active. They don't want to be thought of as retired. They're not going away. They're here to stay for a very long time yet and have a lot to offer. Our 40-year member recipients are Jeff Blonick, Ed DeVries, Nikki Fosselt, Cynthia Grummett-Doherty, Karen Jason Gill, Brian Sikma, Steve Sitko, Dave Van Stensel, and Craig Van Asen. Congratulations to these members. Next, we wish to recognize those that have held membership in GRAR for 45 years. They are Mike Nichols and Chip Perschbacher. You can see what happens when a picture is requested and you don't send us one. That's not meant to be disrespectful by any means, but we hate that no photo thing. So this was, that does kind of look, for those of you who know Mike, that does kind of look like him from the back. So, and finally, we recognize those who have held membership for 50 years in GRAR. They are Darva Boot, Bill Hitchcock, and Klaus Knoll. Congratulations to these members. We next recognize some of our designation and certification recipients. These include members who have achieved the ABR, Amanda Gerhart and Amanda Rogers. We also have the GRI recipients, Ashley Hansen, Sherlyn James, and Seth Railsback. The SRES designation, Bob and Lisa Novosad. The ePro certification, Amanda Rogers and Lisa Vanderloo. And the PSA, Stephanie Bliss and Amanda Gerhart. We also have a number of you that were challenged by the new offer from the National Association of Realtors to become C2X certified, let's say. And rather than calling off all the names of these people, they are on your screen right now. There are a number of you who have committed to excellence in this past year. We will continue to promote that to those of you who have not completed that certification. There are a lot of you who have started it. It's a bit of a longer series. It's through the National Association of Realtors, and it's a really good exercise and takes you through a host of areas to enhance upon both your education and your commitment to excellence. So congratulations to these members as well. Next, we've been asked to call it something other than SODREP, because that's just not our most favorite acronym. SODREP stands for the Society of Distinguished Real Estate Professionals. This award is presented to members as a once-in-a-lifetime award. They are eligible when they've maintained 10 years of continuous membership, served their community for 3 or more years in some capacity, closed a minimum of $15 million in sales over a 10-year period, earned and maintained at least 2 GRAR, MR, or NAR educational designations or certifications, are actively involved politically, and have served 5 or more years on a GRAR committee or on the GRAR Board of Directors. 2 new members have been inducted into this group in 2020. We congratulate Mike Childress and Bob Novosad. They now join this impressive list of continuing members of the SODREP Award. Okay, now we are at that point where we are going to present what we call our Pinnacle Awards. This name and the awards that we are going to present today were created by the Candidate Review and Development Committee to recognize GRAR members or those involved with the industry whose efforts reach above and beyond the normal expectations of service or dedication. This year, we are presenting 9 awards, including the Realtor of the Year Award. So the next part we're going into is pre-recorded. I will tell you that the recipients of the awards were not aware that they were receiving the award at the time they received it. They were either brought here to GRAR or to a Zoom meeting under false pretenses, disclosure here. And so many of them were surprised, and we therefore need to roll the tape, understand that at the time we recorded these events, all of the proper protocols in place were being recognized at that time. So some of them might seem like they aren't current as of today or as of a week ago. Keep in mind, this whole process has been going on for several weeks already. So enjoy with me the presentation of Pinnacle Awards for our GRAR members.
GRAR's Good Neighbor Award recognizes individuals within the Realtor family for exceptional contributions and accomplishments that enhance quality of life. This year's award winner is a broker, has his own firm, manages 2 licensees, and actively lists and sells, yet he still carves out an enormous amount of time to give back to his community in a variety of ways. What is especially impressive is that he does all of it quietly and with humility. He is the co-founder of a business networking group that has a mission of helping the community. Under his leadership in 2018, that group volunteered and raised money for David's House Ministry, an organization that helps adults with special needs. In 2019, the group collected donations and raised money for HQ, a drop-in center that gives homeless youth a safe place to go without judgment. He is especially committed to our nation's heroes and works closely with the VA to assist veterans in understanding the benefits that they have earned through service to our country. He has volunteered in helping veterans apply for property tax exemptions and has helped the VA identify landlords that will accept homeless veterans. Most recently, on November 8th, he sponsored a Veterans Tailgate in Jenison, which was a free outdoor event for veterans where the game was displayed on large projection screens and there was food and prizes. A local nonprofit, Sacred Beginnings, reached out to him for help last year. They wanted to create a place called Home Base, where victims of human trafficking could go for a safe place, food, medical treatment, counseling, and support. Sacred Beginnings was applying for a grant, and he volunteered his time to help write the real estate portion of the grant. And he also assisted with fundraising for the project. This spring, when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, his office led a coalition of local Southeast and Southwest businesses that gave away nearly 1,000 meals on Granville Avenue. To accomplish this, they purchased thousands of dollars of ingredients and supplies from only locally owned businesses. They were also able to help with a struggling neighborhood restaurant, pay rent and employees. This fall, San Juan Diego Academy, a small school on the southwest side that serves many lower-income families, was having a difficult time obtaining PPE supplies to protect their students and faculty. Our award winner and his agents jumped in and put together a coalition of local businesses to purchase and donate cases of hand sanitizer and disinfectant wipes to the school. There's even more that we could share, but you get the picture. This generous man exemplifies the spirit of giving, and today we celebrate him. Our award winner is Alex Abramitis with Kent County Real Estate LLC.
You won the good.
Cool. Well, that's awesome.
Excited
So
for you,
cool.
Alex.
Oh my gosh.
So well deserved, dear.
Wow, thank
Yay.
you. That's so great.
So exciting. Thank you so much. It's very cool to get this recognition. I was not expecting it, really. My office and my agents were very focused on just kind of making sure that we try to, give back to the community that does so much for us. Here in Grand Rapids, we're very lucky to be in one of the top, real estate communities nationwide, really. And so, we've got a really cool, very diverse city, and it's neat to celebrate that. And we really just kind of, try to focus on what we can do that's positive for the community, how we can help out, and what other businesses and organizations we can pull into that, and have them get involved in it. We were, obviously earlier this year there were a lot of frustrations and a lot of struggles with COVID and the quarantine and all of that, and my agents really came together and said, we want to do something cool. And so we were able to work with some local businesses and give away a lot of meals, in communities in need. And we were able to put together a business coalition to kind of fund that, and we were able to do some great stuff even for a smaller restaurant, so that they could pay some employees and stuff during the really bad part of the shutdown. And then we just kept looking for stuff. We had a lot of fun, and in my office we meet on a regular basis right now via Zoom to discuss what things we're going to do. Not only do we discuss business, but we also focus one portion of our meeting every single week specifically on something that we can do to give back to our community, something that we can do to reach out to a group or an underserved portion of that, whether that's veterans or new first-time homebuyers, people that have to work on credit issues and stuff like that to get into a buying position. But we always want to make it fun, and we want to have some good times, and just really try to make ourselves a part of the community instead of just being a business.
GRAR's most congenial and professional award is given to a realtor who is approachable, thorough, dedicated, and a joy to have on the other side of the transaction. The person who returns your calls, gives constructive feedback, and vets their clients, greets everyone with a smile, and shines a bright light on our industry. Let us tell you a bit about this year's award winner. We have to begin by saying that this award is long overdue, as he has been a GRAR member for nearly 30 years. Throughout those years, he has diligently served his clients, created long and lasting relationships within our local real estate community, and has been very generous with his time to GRAR. He has served as an elected member of the GRAR Board of Directors, was our president in 2007, and has been involved in many GRAR committees and task forces. His calm demeanor, high level of integrity, and expertise have made him an invaluable member of the Professional Standards Committee. He is a sponge for knowledge and can often be found sitting in the front row at classes at GRAR. Those that nominated him for this award offered these descriptions: a true gentleman. You can't help but like him. He's thorough, fair, and honest, considerate, and humble. Speaking of humble, this member has never been one to talk about himself, but he is a great listener and genuinely wants to hear how others are doing. If pressed, though, he might tell you that he is a runner. He might share that he enjoys the outdoors and has an adventurous side. He might mention that he does most of his business by referrals. One thing is certain, though. He will offer a big smile and say, "Let me tell you about my grandchildren." This year's most congenial and professional award winner is none other than Jamie Starner with Starner Realty.
He says, what?
Well, yes, I am surprised.
And you're, Jamie, this is your award for 2020 for most congenial and professional award.
Well, thank you very much. It's unexpected and appreciated.
I just have to say I am honored and surprised and very pleased. Thank you very much. I am proud to have been part of this organization for so many years and feel that I work with a tremendous group of people. This award could actually have easily gone to many people out there. So thanks again, and I'll see you in the field.
The Pride of Ownership Rehab Award is designed to recognize those individuals within the Realtor family that have purchased a fixer-upper during the current calendar year and made significant upgrades to the home to assist in raising property values. We had several qualified applicants this year, which we will feature in our upcoming newsletters. But our award winner really tugged at our heartstrings. This agent has been a Realtor member of GRAR for 4 years. And the Baxter neighborhood in Grand Rapids is near and dear to her heart. She was born there, called it home, and her father owned and operated a business there until the early 90s. While searching the MLS, she came across a home in that neighborhood. It had lots of potential with high ceilings, 4 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, and a traditional floor plan. Sounds pretty great, huh? Unfortunately, it was a home that had been overlooked by many because it was in rough shape. It had not been maintained or treated well over the years. It was full of belongings from prior occupants and was infested with cockroaches. Still, she couldn't stop thinking about the home or her old neighborhood. So she convinced her husband to take a leap of faith with her. He agreed, and they purchased the home. First, it had to be emptied, which required 2 40-yard dumpsters. Next, they went to war with the cockroaches. The infestation required multiple treatments, and the house had to sit vacant for weeks until the cockroaches were defeated. Good thing. When they were finally able to begin renovations, the most pressing repair was a water leak that had started in an upstairs bathroom and was collapsing the ceiling in the main floor bedroom. Leak is really an understatement, since what they faced was more of a waterfall. In order to address this plumbing problem, all of the drywall had to be removed. While doing that, they realized that the kitchen ceiling was a good 18 inches lower than all of the other ceilings. So that came out too. The kitchen and both bathrooms were completely gutted and remodeled. The kitchen was redesigned to be an area for entertaining with a peninsula and eating area. All of the walls on the main floor and in the upstairs hallway were textured. So they painstakingly removed that texture and proceeded to skim coat the walls. All of the drywall in the basement was removed, and the basement was reframed, drywalled, painted, and carpeted. The existing front porch, crumbling concrete steps, and concrete block retaining wall were removed. A new walk and steps were poured, and the porch was rebuilt. New custom trim was made to match the home's original trim from 1910. The original hardwood floors could not be saved, so new laminate floors were installed. All electrical was updated. All plumbing was replaced. A new furnace, hot water heater, and central air were installed. New windows were installed. The home was painted inside and out, and new interior and exterior doors and hardware were installed throughout. All new light fixtures were added as well. This old home received new life. It was carefully restored, sold, and is now a place where new memories are being made. It is also a shining testimony to our award winners' love of the Baxter neighborhood. Congratulations, Vicki Koshans, on a job well done.
Surprise! Hey!
You guys picked us. This is the award for the Pride of Ownership for 2020. Congratulations, Vicki.
So this is John Koshians. He's and I'm Vicki Koshians, and we just won the Pride of Ownership Award. It's so exciting for our renovation of 1131 Logan. I'm the realtor member from Revivify Properties, and John is a builder. So we work together and just we have done a ton of renovations. This one was really special because what I loved about it is I was born in the Baxter neighborhood, and then this was in the Baxter neighborhood. So that was really awesome just to kind of go back to a neighborhood that's near and dear to my heart. And thank you to Melissa Mitchell for nominating us. She was awesome to work with as well, and we got really great buyers for the house and sold it via video tour during a pandemic. So what could be better than that?
Growers Committee Task Force and Chapter Appreciation Award is given to a group, a member, or a chairperson for consistently attending meetings, providing valuable input and ideas, exhibiting a positive attitude and enthusiasm, providing outstanding volunteer service within a given year, or for outstanding programming. This year's award goes to 5 members of a GRAR committee. In addition to juggling their own busy schedules, this group has volunteered countless hours to GRAR this year. Their work has involved healthy debates on industry issues, reviewing stacks of documentation, and making some tough decisions. They know better than most the issues that arise out of a market with historically low inventory, multiple offer situations, and battle-weary buyers and their agents. They have seen firsthand the influx of complaints to GRAR of instances where the MLS indicates that an offer will be presented on a specific date and time, but then the listing goes pending prior to that time. This group of professionals saw the need to add integrity and transparency to that process. So they developed the delayed showings and/or presentation of offers addendum, worked with legal counsel to be certain that it didn't violate any state law or the code of ethics, presented it to the board of directors, and released it to the membership with rationale and education as to the process. They knew that it wouldn't be the perfect solution, and there would still be some complaints. But they felt that it would go a long way towards setting expectations for the seller, preventing tension between agents, and assuring buyers that they can trust the information on the MLS. When violations occur, they are actively investigating and filing professional standards complaints when necessary. This group knows that it's no easy feat to sit in judgment over a realtor today that they might have to work on a transaction with tomorrow. But they are willing to put themselves in that position if it improves professionalism within our industry. Also, here's a fun fact. Combined, this group brings exactly 100 years of real estate experience to the table. We are obviously talking about the Grievance Advisory Council, comprised of Chairperson Sam Stirk, Vice Chairperson Rachel Major, Jordan Painter, David Scheid, and Director Liaison Duffy McClellan. Congratulations.
Hello, everybody. Pam may be joining me in a minute, so I have my little trusty mask so we can be appropriate here. So thank you all for gathering. Sorry this was kind of last minute, but there was something I needed to review with you.
Hello, Julie. Can I interrupt you for a minute?
Yeah, sorry we have... What? Yeah, go ahead.
Hello. Yes, I have something here to share with you. This is the award for the Committee Service Award for 2020, you guys. Thank you for your...
You guys have done an awesome job this year. Thank you for everything you've done.
Great group of people to serve with.
Agreed.
That's great to hear.
An awesome
Great to
service
hear.
as well.
Wow. Thank you guys for this award. What a privilege to be able to serve on the committee with some great people. It was definitely a team effort this year, and very thankful to just spend time, get to know the other members of the committee, and put a lot of work in together for this year. So thank you for the award, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you all out there selling homes in 2021. Yay.
All right. Well, I just want to say thank you for the award. It was a privilege to serve with my fellow committee members. Obviously want to thank both Pam and Sue for their time. It was an honor to serve with these fellow committee members, and truly appreciate the award. Thanks, and look forward to seeing y'all mask-free in 2021.
Well, thank you so much for the award. It's truly an honor to receive it and work with some amazing other fellow agents in the industry to make higher level of standards amongst the real estate community. And this year brought so many new challenges that we all helped each other overcome. And we all know that each market brings a new challenge, and we're here together to mastermind to solve those issues as a whole. So thank you again. It was so great to work with everybody this year.
Yeah, thank you so much for the nomination for this award. It's exciting to be a part of this committee. I think very interesting to see kind of behind the curtain of what goes on. And I think it's important for everybody to know that the committee really had a focus not on punishing people, but really on educating and just raising that standard of education, because most of the issues that we run into are not things that people are doing nefariously. It's just about having the proper information to represent our clients and the public well. So the committee did a great job in doing that, and it was an honor to be a part of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the award. It's been an absolute pleasure to serve on this committee. I'm the director liaison for the grievance committee, and as such, I relay all information back to the board of directors. But this has been an outstanding group, one of the sharpest committees I've ever worked with. We face lots of challenges in the industry, and as it was already stated, Pam and Julie do an amazing job of trying to educate, not punish, although that sometimes is the case. It's just a way to try to continue to raise the bar, keep people informed. I appreciate the award, and thank you.
Each year we recognize a member with the Affiliate Service Award. Affiliate members are our service partners who play a critical role in real estate transactions. The Affiliate Service Award is bestowed upon a member for outstanding service to GRAR and the real estate community. A positive reputation, strong business relationships, volunteerism, event participation, providing network opportunities, and other exceptional contributions. This year's winner is a senior loan originator and friend to many within our GRAR membership. Admittedly, we were surprised to realize he has been a member of GRAR for just a few short years, since he has already made such a positive and lasting impact upon our organization. He graduated from GRARLA, our Leadership Academy, in 2019, where he formed close bonds with 19 other real estate professionals through monthly activities over the course of a year. He has served on our Community Involvement Committee for the past 3 years and was chairperson of that committee this year. His generous spirit is evidenced in all that he does. For instance, when his committee discovered that many of our local schools were struggling to pay for expenses that fell outside of their yearly budgets, he spearheaded a campaign to offer assistance, presented it to the GRAR Board of Directors with an incredible combination of detail and enthusiasm, and has championed the program ever since. To date, over $4,200 has been gifted to local schools. Those funds have been used to cover unpaid lunch accounts, provide winter clothing and boots so that children may enjoy recess time, cover the cost of hygiene products, school supplies, share afternoon snacks, and much more. Our award winner has also helped organize and participated himself in GRAR's annual Challenge Days, where members serve their local communities through volunteer activities at home repair services and local schools, and save lives by donating blood. He is a regular attendee at GRAR events and is quick to sponsor those events as well. Simply put, he is one that can be counted on to show up with a smile, pitch in without complaint, and make things happen. For these reasons and more, we recognize Adam Fuller with Mortgage One.
This is for the 2020 Affiliate Service Award for our
Affiliate of the Year.
Affiliate of the Year, yes.
What an honor. This is amazing.
Yeah.
It is
Is that
super
good?
cool.
Oh wow. This is absolutely incredible. I am so honored to receive this. I cannot I would not even have imagined standing here holding this today if you'd have told me this was coming. Absolutely mind-blowing. It's such a huge honor to be a part of this moment and to have had the opportunity to help as many people as we have. So thank you so much. This is an incredible award and I could not be more flattered.
The Michigan Realtors Active in Politics program, as its name defines, has a goal of encouraging Realtor members to be active and thereby more effective in monitoring and influencing the outcome of local, state, and federal issues which impact realtors, the real estate industry, and the preservation of private property rights. GRAR recognizes one member each year with the Realtor Active in Politics Award to recognize that member's contribution of time, investment, and effort at all levels within the governmental and political arena. This year's award winner has been a GRAR member for 6 years, has his own brokerage, manages 2 licensees, actively lists and sells real estate, and was recently elected to the GRAR Board of Directors. He graduated from the GRAR Leadership Academy in 2017, has served on the Education Committee and the DR Development and Training Task Force. He's also been a very active member of the GRAR Government Affairs Committee for the past 5 years. This year, he served as chairperson of the Government Affairs Committee, and, as you might imagine, that was an enormous time commitment in a very busy election year. He is a proud RPAC major investor and encourages others to participate as well. Prior to his real estate career, he served as an associate member of the Michigan Grocers Association and was involved in the Michigan Beverage Container Act, commonly referred to as the Bottle Bill. He also served as a key ambassador to the Michigan Soft Drink Association and the Michigan Beer and Wine Wholesalers Association. He is calm, cool, and collected, which are characteristics that serve him well in the legislative and political meetings that can often be tense due to the strong opinions and positions of the participants. If you haven't yet guessed, our award winner is Paul Bunce. Congratulations, Paul.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh, so cool. Thank you. This is awesome. I'm so thrilled to receive this award. It's an honor to work with an association that does such an excellent job as we have here at GRAR. It really is truly the work that we do and that they do is outstanding, and very thankful to be a part of that. Thankful to the Government Affairs team for their work this year. There's a lot of interviews. We did not understand what we were getting into with the Zoom interviews and how that was going to work with COVID. Tons and tons of hours went into that process. I'm very thankful for everyone and their volunteer time and that work, and I'm proud of the work that they did this year and the candidates that were ultimately elected to office. So excellent job to them. For those of you who don't know, Government Affairs interviews political candidates for office, those that support pro-real estate policies and our way of doing business as realtors. So it's truly an honor to be part of that group, and anyone who's interested in that should consider joining our committee, and we would love to have you on that committee in the future.
GRAR's Rookie of the Year Award recognizes an outstanding realtor who is newly licensed within the last 18 months. A person who has hit the ground running and is doing exceptionally well. This year's award winner is a graduate of South Christian High School who has an associate's degree in diesel technology from the University of Northwest Ohio, but has discovered that his true calling is in residential real estate. He takes great joy in helping his clients find that special place to call home. In his already thriving real estate career, he has closed 24 transactions and has others in the pipeline. He is a loving husband and father, and a man who is strong in his faith. He has a desire to serve and give back that extends to GRAR and to his community. He is a member of GRAR's Safety Task Force, has assisted his office in putting an emphasis on safety in its policy manual, and he serves on his church's security team. He also is a member of Metro Health's Impact Board. To be certain that he is staying on top of trends and honing his real estate skills, he has earned the SRS and SRES designations and makes time to read books and listen to audios on professional and personal development. When it comes to technology, video is his go-to for promoting his properties and his services. We asked his broker to describe him, and she said this: he is one who has quickly become that person that other agents respect, trust, and enjoy working with. If you've encountered him, you are met with a sincere smile and a warm disposition. As an agent, he runs his business with excellence. He maintains an impeccable database where absolutely no one falls through the cracks. This is because he values people, and it shows in everything he does. For example, he sends personalized emails with embedded videos to his clients and even to our staff, with their name on a whiteboard that he holds up as he says hi during his introduction. Personalization is his specialty, not as a sales tactic, but as an extension of his genuine desire to connect with and serve people. His focus on people is reflected well in his goals. He does not have a goal based on commissions earned, but rather how many clients he can serve. This year's Rookie of the Year represents our industry with professionalism, integrity, and enthusiasm. And we couldn't be prouder to recognize Brandon Faber with RE/MAX of Grand Rapids. Congratulations, Brandon.
What does he think this is, by the way?
Business planning meeting. Oh. Hey, Brandon!
Surprise!
Surprise!
We are here to present to you the Rookie of the Year for 2020, and you're going to be receiving this here soon, okay? Oh, Brandon.
Oh, what a surprise. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, well deserved, Brandon. Yeah, well, we can still have our business planning meeting. I prepared.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's all prepared
Well, you got
now.
me good. You got me.
Well, first off, I wanted to say that God gets the glory for this award. I couldn't have done it without him or my wife Laura and our two boys. The support at home was tremendous throughout this first 18 months in the business. I also wanted to say thanks to Phil Ribbons, Rachel and Dave Veldkamp, the entire staff at RE/MAX of Grand Rapids, and to the countless agents in our office who have helped me along the way. And last but not least, to the wonderful clients who trusted me to help them either buy or sell a home the past 18 months. Thank you to you all, and I look forward to seeing the next generation come up.
Grauer's Young Professional of the Year Award recognizes a realtor who is age 40 or younger, has a successful real estate business, is active in service to Grauer and the community, and maintains great professional relationships with client and peers. This year's award winner was the valedictorian of her North Point Christian High School class of 2009, was a business and marketing major and psychology minor at Calvin College, has studied business internationally in Europe and China, and holds ABR, PSA, GRI, and IREP designations. After college, she worked in marketing for a large global corporation, but didn't find that position fulfilling. And the thought of being confined to a cubicle for the rest of her career was disheartening. She wanted to escape the corporate ladder, run her own business, and make a difference in people's lives. Her father, who is an appraiser and has held membership in Grauer for 27 years, encouraged her to consider real estate. She took that advice, became licensed in 2014, and was able to open her own brokerage by the age of 27. That brokerage is family-focused as well, and she is proud to have her father-in-law licensed with her firm. She has held membership in Grauer for the past 7 years, is a graduate of our Leadership Academy, class of 2017, and has closed 78 sales in the past 24 months. She is generous with her volunteer time to Grauer, having served on the YPN Advisory Council, Marketing and Branding Focus Group, Rebar Task Force, and Community Involvement Task Force. She loves people and takes great joy in serving international clients. She has worked with clients from China, India, Bosnia, Romania, New Zealand, Vietnam, and Mexico. Her experience with international clients has included translating words over Google Translate, teaching clients how to write checks, because not all countries actually use them, and overcoming cultural obstacles. For instance, some Asian countries believe that a front door facing east or north is lucky. So that adds an additional challenge in finding the perfect home in a market with historically low inventory. If you ask her, she will say that the best part of working with international clients is that she always is learning. She has garnered national attention as one of the National Association of Realtors 30 Under 30 award winners in 2018. was featured in a female broker spotlight article in the NAR magazine in 2019, and was chosen one of the 13 under 30 agents by Real Producer magazine in 2020. You might think this type of attention would come with an ego, but that could not be further from the truth. Her fellow realtors describe her as a breath of fresh air, a great communicator, considerate, engaging, and always professional. Her brokerage name was chosen with care and is a reflection of her attention to detail and service. The name Evermark stands for Lasting Ever Impression Mark. This was chosen to show that she hopes to make an impression in the lives of the clients she serves and wants to give back to the community she calls home by offering exceptional service. She also wants to serve as a mentor to others, particularly other young women who are seeking to grow their business or become a broker. Last, but certainly not least, she is a devoted wife and loving mother of two of the most adorable daughters. Please join us in celebrating Amanda DeLong as our Young Professional of the Year. Congratulations, Amanda.
Hello, Amanda. It's Jody Smith.
Oh.
I'm here to present you your award.
Thank you.
For the young Professional Year Award.
Thank you so much. What an honor. Yeah, what a surprise to see you through a window here.
Sorry, I lied to you.
Oh, sorry. So there's no Rob coming today? No Rob. How funny. Hi. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this incredible honor. Ever since I joined GRAR back in 2014, this has been a dream of mine, actually. So it's such a pleasure, and I'm so proud to be a part of such an amazing association, have so many amazing colleagues and other realtors like you to work with. And I know that there are a lot of very deserving young professionals out there, and I'm just so thankful to be recognized for this award.
Now, we've arrived at the time in our program where we bestow GRAR's highest honor, the Realtor of the Year Award. This award recognizes a truly exceptional realtor in all areas, including reputation, competence, knowledge, civic affairs, and service to the local, state, and national associations of realtors. This year's award winner is certainly deserving of this honor, and we're excited to share his story with you. So make yourselves comfortable, because his resume is lengthy, varied, and impressive. He's a graduate of Creston High School and Grand Rapids Community College. He's devoted to his wife and 4 children and loves to travel and show them the world. He's dedicated to his community and has worked with the Boy Scouts of America for the past 2 years. He's served as a PTO trustee for Belmont Elementary for the past 2 years. He serves on the School Carnival Committee. He's been an active member of the Rockford Chamber of Commerce since 2017. Furthermore, he's served as a financial peace instructor on 6 occasions, and he's a member of the Noble Neighbors of Belknap Lookout Board. Now, when it comes to real estate, he literally grew up in the business, having learned the ropes from his father. His dad is a 44-year member of GRAR. Our award winner has also held membership in GRAR for 21 years. He's a busy broker owner who lists and sells and manages 29 agents. He's closed nearly 2,000 sales in his career with a focus on quality service, long-lasting relationships with clients, and referrals. He holds the GRI and MBP designations. He is an RPAC major investor. He takes advantage of networking opportunities as much as possible, both locally and at the national level. He's attended the Real Trends Gathering of Eagles event, the by invitation only T3 Summit, and the National Association of Realtors annual convention and mid-year legislative meetings. He's been a regular presenter at GRAR's new member orientation sessions for the past 2 years. He's been a continuing education instructor for the past 10 years, has been conducting HUD classes since 2006, and is a regular presenter at the Rental Property Owners Association's annual conference. He believes that the key to success is great communication and a willingness to come together and compromise. He has been incredibly generous with his volunteer time to GRAR. In looking at his service record, he has attended more than 107 meetings and counting. That service includes the Candidate Review and Development Committee, the West Michigan Regional Forums Committee, the MLS Policy Committee, the DR Development and Training Task Force, the Finance Committee, the Groundwater Task Force, the Grievance Committee, and the Board of Directors of the MLS Exchange. He was elected by his fellow brokers to the GRAR Board of Directors. He was elected by his fellow directors to the office of GRAR President. On his election day, he, nor any of us, could have possibly imagined the challenges that he would face during his presidency in the year 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic, a temporary shutdown of our industry, ongoing restrictions on our business, historically low inventory, and the anxiety and tensions that come from those conditions. Fortunately, we had the right person for the job. He has remained positive, enthusiastic, and committed to keeping real estate open for business, and we couldn't possibly appreciate him more. If you haven't yet figured it out, our Realtor of the Year is none other than Mike Childress with Childress and Associates Realty, or as we affectionately call him, our pandemic president. Congratulations, Mike. You are a rock star.
Okay. Hey, how are you?
Surprise!
What are you doing here?
We are here to nominate, well, you're not nominating, you're the one. You present
What's that?
the Realtor of the Year for 2020.
Who is?
You!
Get out of the cat! What are you doing? I am shocked. So this is all planned and orchestrated. Am I recording right now? Oh, fantastic. Holy crap. I'm speechless. I didn't even...
You speechless in what way?
Well, maybe I'm making... I don't even know what to say. This is amazing. Well, I've just received the award for Realtor of the Year, and I am shocked. And I want to thank all the membership. The membership means a lot to me. Realtors at large mean a lot to me. It's been an exciting, crazy year. I wouldn't change it for the world. It's been a dumpster fire of a year for sure, but we've had some good things come out of it. So I really do appreciate it, and I appreciate this. This is well received, and I want to thank the membership.
Okay, this brings us to the end of our program. I hope that you all appreciated at least the ability to get together, if not in person, virtually as we have today. Unfortunately, those of us here in the GRAR auditorium have not been privy to the chat. I understand from some of our staff members that there's a lot of chat going on in the Zoom room, so I'm happy to hear that. Again, I hope you enjoyed. Please watch for two things. You're going to be receiving a gift card to your favorite local restaurant that you requested at time of registration. We're going to be sending that to you via U.S. Postal Service snail mail. And along with that, you're going to get one of the wristbands, the Spirit of Cooperation wristbands that Jody mentioned in her remarks earlier. The second thing that I would ask that you watch for is the link to the online professional program that's going to list all of our award winners. It's beautifully produced, and I hope you take time to look at that. Again, a quick thank you to Jacob Haar for his assistance in the videography. To GRAR staff, it's a team effort. I recognized Brittany earlier. There's a team effort to keep the ship afloat. So we've got a great team here and a lot of people who care a lot about all of you. So thank you all. Enjoy your day. And the great thing is you didn't have to deal with the normal snow and crazy storms that come with this event. So have a great day. God bless. Bye-bye.